I am 100% not afraid to admit that I completely slept on these AirPods Pro 2s. I saw these things come out in the keynote with the exact same looking design and I was immediately disinterested. I didn't want them, my first generation AirPods Pro were still going strong, and I really didn't care about these new ones. But after spending some time with them almost 2 months later, this might just be the most underrated product in this year's Apple lineup. No joke, they are that good. So let's get the most obvious stuff out of the way first. The AirPods Pro 2 look nearly identical to the first generation version, which, by the way, are still some of the best wireless earbuds that you can buy. The only physical difference between these two earbuds is the fact that the second generation has some speaker holes on the bottom and a little spot for a lanyard on the side. That's it. The size is the same, the color is the same, and even the buds themselves are virtually identical in every way. But they are very different headphones, to the point where I think Apple actually did themselves a little bit of a disservice by not changing the design of the AirPods. Because at first glance, they look the same, so the natural assumption to make is that not much has changed. The thing is, the AirPods Pro 2 are better in almost every single possible way, and they are easily my new favorite pair of earbuds when I'm still using an iPhone. Now, I'll still swap over to a pair of Pixel Buds or something when I'm on Android, but for you Apple users, there are 7 main changes to the second generation AirPods Pro that you're gonna love. The first change is what I mentioned earlier. There's a small speaker built into the new charging case that allows it to play a loud pinging noise through Apple's Find My app. That's actually more useful than I thought it would be. I've already used it several times in the past couple of weeks that I've had these. You can also now charge the case with an Apple Watch charger. If you've got an Apple Watch and you need to bring the charger on a trip with you, you can just bring the charger for the watch and not have to worry about a lightning cable or a wireless charger for the AirPods. Those two first changes are kind of minor, but here's where it starts to get more and more interesting. Battery life is always a concern with these wireless earbuds. That'll never not be the case, but Apple is claiming that even with all of the improvements they've made to noise cancellation, transparency modes, sound quality, and all that stuff that we're gonna get to in a sec, these buds actually last longer than the previous generation. They're saying that the buds will last for 6 hours with the noise cancellation turned on, or 7 hours with it turned off, which is actually some of the best battery life on the market for these tiny wireless earbuds. They also say that with the charging case, you can get up to 34 hours of total listening time before the buds and the case are dead, which is up from 24 hours on the previous version. Big time thumbs up for more battery life. We love to see it. Another big feature that's been announced is something that I've wanted Apple to bring to the table for years, and that is physical volume control. If you've wanted to control the volume on the AirPods Pro in the past, you had to either use your phone or your Apple Watch to do it, or tell Siri to do it for you, which is just plain ridiculous. The AirPods Pro 2 have updated touch controls where if you pinch on the stalk and slide your finger up and down, the volume will go up or down. It's a little awkward to get used to at first, but you do get used to it fairly quickly, and it's much, much better than having to pull out your phone every time. It's almost kind of funny that it took them this long to implement proper volume control. Like, you would think that would be a priority for a company that makes earbuds that you listen to audio with. Before I get into the big stuff, like the changes to sound quality, noise cancellation, transparency mode with the new adaptive transparency feature, and all that good stuff, I first need to take a quick minute to thank the sponsor of this video, ErGear. This is ErGear's height adjustable electric standing desk. It's got a weight capacity of 176 pounds, a powerful and quiet lifting system that's been tested 50,000 times, and it's extremely stable with these aerospace grade lifting columns. It's got a height range that goes from 28 to 46 inches, and it's plenty tall for me when I'm standing, even though I'm like 6'3". It's got 3 custom height profiles that you can use via this control panel so that you can raise and lower the desk with a single touch of a button. It's not just a flat surface with some legs attached to it either. It's got a pair of these nice fabric drawers on either side for storage, a built-in stand for a monitor and some speakers, and a shelf underneath it for even more storage. Plus, the back of the desk has a nice space for cable management, and it has 2 hooks on either side of the desk for storing your headphones when you're not using them. ErGear's desks are extremely affordable, they're very well built, and you can pick one up for yourself by clicking on the link in the video description below. All right, so let's get into sound quality. Apple says that inside the new AirPods Pro 2, there's a new low distortion audio driver and a custom amplifier, which translates to richer bass and crystal clear sound. In non-Apple marketing terms, the AirPods Pro are supposed to sound better. Now, I'm not an audiophile, but to my ear, these earbuds sound very similar to each other in most circumstances. They really haven't done a lot to change up the sound profile of these earbuds, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. They're Bluetooth headphones that use AAC, so they'll never be audiophile grade, but I genuinely think that they sound great 99% of the time, and I think that most people will love the sound coming from them. The real differences you're gonna hear between the first and the second generation AirPods are in the noise cancellation and transparency mode departments. Apple has put a new chip in here called the H2, and they're saying that it results in up to 2 times better noise cancellation than the first generation, and they are absolutely not exaggerating about that. These earbuds have some of the best noise cancellation of any audio device I've ever used, including Sony's insanely good XM5 over-ear headphones. I'm not saying for certain that they're better than the XM5s, but even the fact that they're just being compared is a huge compliment. It will almost completely tune out even the loudest of annoying sounds like a vacuum cleaner or even like a TV with people talking. Chances are the sound won't be completely gone, but it'll be so quiet that by the time you start playing some music or listening to a podcast or something, it'll disappear completely. It is huge for anyone that needs a quiet space to work in a place that's anything but quiet. And honestly, if this is the only change that Apple made to the AirPods Pro 2, I would probably still upgrade from my first gen earbuds. They've also made some changes to the transparency mode to the point where it's getting so close to the natural sound you hear when the earbuds aren't in your ears. The only complaint I have is that there's a slight hiss in my pair when using the transparency mode, but it's not enough to really bother me. Along with the better pass-through, they've also brought an adaptive version to the transparency mode that will decrease the volume of loud sounds on the fly, but also increase the volume of a sound like someone talking to you. I've seen some articles of people using this feature at concerts to get the natural sound of the music from the huge concert speakers without the potentially damaging effects to your ears. I will say that it's gonna look kind of dumb to wear AirPods at a concert, but hey, if you care more about your ears than what other people think of you, that option is now on the table for you. So yeah, AirPods Pro 2 look the same as the first gen, but they are wildly different, and in my opinion, they are 100% worth the upgrade. Hope you liked the video, thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.